What is up, YouTube? It's the most costed player of all time, Visifixie or Zyos, whichever one you care about. I'm 4 months or so late, but this is the D1 all you need to know guide about how to play Luna Snow, with a condensed yet thorough overview. A little about myself: I'm a former GM solo QP. I currently, as of writing the script, have a total of 50 hours on Luna and a total of 120 plus hours on support. Yes, that may not seem like a lot, but I guarantee you, I have elite ball knowledge. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Luna is a top 3 main healer who requires some level of aim. Her left click is a 3-round burst with 60 heals and 60 damage per burst, with each burst having a half a second cooldown. I want to point out that she has an insane headshot multiplier, dealing 2 times the damage, which can allow a kill in 2 bursts with 2 headies plus any small hits. With Luna, if you can aim, you can both efficiently heal better than a lot of the heal casts, while also having the ability to deal enough damage and stall isolated players, especially those in your backline. She's a little bit more tankier than more healers with 275 HP, which can prevent you from getting picked, which goes well with her passive run ability, which activates around half a second or so of moving forward. Combined with her self heals on left shift and snowball, she has a high survivability, which allows her a good defense and a better than average offense. Even then, if you do die, she has one of the fastest mobility in the game with her run, so she is able to get back into action faster than most healers. As for comps, she works well for literally any team comp, such as a more defensive brawl comp or even supporting dive comps with her snowflake. She does have some weaknesses, such as being very vulnerable without snowball to dives, but her strengths outshine her weaknesses by a lot, in my opinion. As for her abilities, in my opinion, the most important one is her Ice Heart, which is her left shift. She's able to replace her left click with a one-tap beam, which lasts 6 seconds, shooting a max of 9 beams. It is able to collab both enemies and teammates, so you can do a lot of healing and damage in grouped up teamfights. It does 75 heals per round and a decreased damage of 50 per round, so it isn't the best for killing, though you can finish kills when enemies are low considering its hitbox is insanely huge. She also gains 90 heals in 3 seconds with it, however its downside is that it has a 15-second cooldown, so you really need to not waste it because you never know when you need to heal your team and fast. As for her main defensive option, she has a CC Snowball. It lasts 2.7 seconds but cancels if they are attacked after half a second. This can do everything in my opinion. She can stop or stall dives, get free isolated picks, cancel ultimates, and she can even self-heal a little with it. Her last main ability is Snowflake, which allows a separate reduce healing to any ally. Whenever you heal any teammate, the Snowflake ally will restore some health to him. This allows divers who can't always come back for heals to play away from the team longer since they can be sort of passively healed. You can also give it to teammates you want to know their health status, such as flyers, so you can get an additional UAV overlay to look up and give them some heals when needed. Snowflake is versatile in your usage and really does suit any team comp, some more than others, but it's a really good ability. As for her team ups, it's not much. She gives one to Jeff, which allows him to DPS better, and she gets one from Iron Fist, which allows her a mediocre get off me option. It's alright, it's nothing special, it's nice to have, but it could be better. As for her ultimate, like many other ults in the game, Luna has a defensive ult which can very well make or break the game depending on how well you use it. For stats, her ult can heal teammates 200 heals per second and herself 250 per second, while lasting a total of 12 seconds. Her ultimate is very versatile, with there not being a one-use-all fits type of usage. In my opinion, here are the 3 main ults for Luna ult. 1. Counter enemy ultimates. 2. Map control. And 3. A niche contest point. For 1. Counter ultimates. Luna's ult can sustain basically every ultimate individually in the game, besides a select few, which allows her to outlive basically everything except Iron Man's Magneto charge, damage boosted ults, etc, etc. This should be your main focus with your ults, just keeping your team alive or yourself alive depending on scenario. You literally can counter so many ultimates at once, which can completely solidify or break a whole game depending on how good you are with it. Players tend to stack ults in lower ranks without consideration on if you have ult or not, So you can literally break their ult usage with Luna's and just win basically any team fight. While countering should be your priority, it can be very complicated. You may not need to save ult to counter if the enemy team doesn't have any ult which your team doesn't have an answer for, like a Strange in Hell situation. In that case, I really like to use Luna ult for gaining map control. Like let's say your team cannot push through a chokehold, or if they are getting pushed back too much, you may just want to pop ult just to give your team more space, or play more aggro safely. Remember, map control is so important in this game, and your team being able to push a position allows so much opportunities to stagger the enemy team, both in position and giving yourself picks. Combining with countering ults, you can literally match another healer ult to ensure your team does not get pushed to a bad position, and just play a game of stalemate which you usually win with how long Luna ults last. TLDR, you can just allow your team to safely push the team without the fear of dying. As for the third usage of Luna ult, it's niche and combines with number 2 in a way, but you may just need to contest point with it. Literally just give time to make sure your team can get back on time, on point. Especially with a 12-second duration, you may be able to live long enough for your team to get close enough and put enough pressure to where you can just close out games with like 0.4 meters left till a checkpoint. Simple, easy, awesome. As for the last topic I want to put, for positioning, like most supports, for the most part you will be playing in the backline. However, if needed, she can play up front or mid line, especially in modes like Domination, decently well. As previously mentioned before, she has tools to kill, chip hella hard, and burst heal quickly, which can heavily benefit your team's survivability. If things are getting too spicy and your frontline dies, you almost have the ability to run away, granted you don't do it too late. As Luna, I very much suggest playing cover like walls, pillars, or headies. Unlike a lot of the other healer casts, you do not have a get out of jail free card such as Loki, TP, Cloak, right click, so you really have to make sure you do not get sniped across the map or triple dove by the enemy team if you can. Playing cover makes sure you do not die, or you're able to stall your death long enough to keep your team alive to maintain positions. Not using cover is what I see low elo healers do, and it legit costs their lives so many times that it just kills any team fight. As for general do not do tips, do not double ult with your other healer. Do not claim it's a like too crazy by LeSeraphim. Do not waste your snowball, especially if you are against a dive comp. Do not move away from your team during ult, which causes them to die and lose all position. Do not use your left shift to solely DPS unless your team is not in much action and you won't need it. Do not try to be me. Do not try to be Valentina Eve. Do not make a firefighter cry. And do not hit the like button. And that should be your no nonsense Easter egg guide. Subscribe.